Hey, how you guys doing? Barber Talk, your host Cal here. I'm just with my special guest, a good old-time friend, Hamza Ayadi. He's a local Imam here in Calgary, and we're just gonna have fun with him today. Inshallah khair.
Bismillah.
Bismillah. So a little bit off the top with the scissors, number 2 down to 1 on the sides. Okay, sweet. How are you? How's everything?
Alhamdulillah, good. Doing good.
How's your brothers? How's everybody?
Yeah, all good.
You guys still playing FIFA or what?
No, man, it's been a while.
No more FIFA nights? No more.
I miss those, but
Those, honestly, if without you guys, FIFA, the whole FIFA culture would not have been introduced to me. You know,
good old days.
it was very good old days, man.
ايش تفجر؟
Huh?
ايش تفجر؟
Oh yeah, man. It's quick things. Alhamdulillah. So, you know, you're a local Imam here in Calgary. How many years has it been so far since you've been?
Actually, it's been a year almost. Yeah. I got back.
Very fresh at it.
Yeah, last year, pretty much. Yeah.
How has it been so far? How's the journey been for you?
Alhamdulillah. Not too hard. It's easy because I'm very familiar with the masjid, the masjid crew and the organization.
Yeah.
So it's been good so far.
MashaAllah, you guys just opened up a new one in Fairview.
Yeah.
Just how is that coming along? Are the renos done or?
Minor renos.
Minor?
Yeah, alhamdulillah. And people are coming. Jummah is full already, inshallah.
Oh, MashaAllah, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we didn't really have anything up in that area prior to this.
Yeah. It's not too far from here.
No?
No, it's
What would you say is the drive from here to Fairview?
it's right by Chinook.
Is it really right by Chinook?
Yeah, so it's between Heritage and Glenmore.
Okay.
And Blackfoot and McLeod. It's not too far from here.
So what, 10-minute drive you'd say?
Probably, yeah. Like on the way here, I could have just turned left and went there. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That makes everything so much easier for me because Friday, I actually have to book an hour appointment with myself just so I can escape for a bit.
Oh yeah, it's pretty close. And you also have the Southwest Masjid from here, right?
Southwest Masjid
But the issue is the
very
parking.
close. Yeah, it's about a good 10-15-minute drive.
Yeah.
The only problem with Southwest Masjid is the parking.
It's getting out, huh?
Yes, the getting out part. Getting in is not so hard. It's the getting out part. You know, in the summertime, it's not too bad. It's actually a nice little stroll. Gives you a 5-minute breather to enjoy, the sunlight and the beautiful weather of Calgary when it decides to be. But the winter time, it's
Yeah. I know. I've been there maybe a couple of months ago, and getting out was you need patience, man.
very big patience.
Yeah.
That's all good. And in order to become an Imam, you actually went and studied in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, in Riyadh.
In Riyadh. How did you find that? How was that journey?
It was ups and downs. I was expecting. I mean, I knew what I was gonna expect, so it was good. It was very beneficial. It was a great learning experience. Yeah.
Did you find it difficult to be away from your family, and especially with the time zone difference?
No, I guess the most challenging part is because I had just got married. So I got married and then I went.
Oh, mashallah.
Yeah, so literally like 4 months.
You literally ran away before the marriage even started.
Literally 4 months, yeah. 4 months after.
You got married and bye.
Yeah. Time off.
Mashallah.
Yeah.
And did she ever come down to visit you?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yes.
Within 6 months I got a visa for her and
Was the visa process difficult down there?
Yeah. Right now, the visa to there is very easy. But before Saudi Arabia changed, it was extremely difficult.
Really?
You had to know people that knew people that knew people.
You feel like Mohammed bin Salman has been turning that country around?
Yeah, lots of change. So the visa thing is long overdue.
Really?
Yeah, because it was just so hard to get in there. Yeah. So now you can I think you can literally get a visa right now in 20 minutes and...
That's it?
Yeah, you can just head there.
Online?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
And is there any major requirements, you think?
No. I mean, you can just go, and it doesn't have to be Umrah anymore. Before it used to, like, it would have to be some kind of Umrah or a business visa.
Okay.
Right, and Yeah, those are the only ways you would come. And the Umrah one, you can only stay in Mecca or Medina. Right?
You couldn't travel.
You couldn't go to Riyadh. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So now, if you're attending Umrah, do you need the Umrah visa, or can you get a general visa?
You can get an Umrah visa, and I believe you also have the option of a general visa.
Yeah.
The general one, I'm not sure if it's different prices. I haven't tried it, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can. Much more easy now. It's much
Did
easier.
you get the opportunity to attend Umrah while you were there?
Oh yeah, multiple times. It's a good drive. It's about 1,000 kilometers.
Yeah. Inshallah. So that's something you would definitely recommend everyone do in their lifetime, right?
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, as a Muslim, if you have the money, and of course you have to go to Hajj, and some say you also have to do Umrah, right? If you're financially and physically able.
Yeah. So something for those that don't really understand, what would be the main difference between Hajj and Umrah?
Well, definitely, Hajj is much longer. So Hajj is a couple of days, right? About 5 days.
Yeah.
And Umrah, you can do it in an hour and a half, literally. Yeah.
That quick?
Yeah, it's very fast.
Go from 5 days to an hour and a half.
Yeah, and Umrah happens every second, every day, right? You can do it any time of the year, any time of the day. But Hajj is specific to to the days of Dhul Hijjah.
Al-Hajj,
right? So in the month of Hajj.
Yeah.
And also Hajj is probably nowadays 4 times as much.
Yes, I was just about to mention that. I've heard, Hajj can be quite expensive.
Yeah, now the prices are like just crazy. Like I think people are paying like 16, 17.
That's wild, man.
Umrah,
and is it because it's just like, is it the airline fees that cost this much, or is it like just the whole package in general that drives the price to such extent?
To be honest, I think everything together. But I mean, if you're gonna go there for 2 weeks, right? You're gonna sit in a 4-star hotel. Do the math. It's pretty costly. And then of course the organization that takes you, the company.
Yeah.
They'll have their markup, their profit.
Yes.
And you have your ticket. Like from here, ticket to there is probably around 2,000.
Wow.
Probably around $2,000. Right. You have hotels, probably another couple of thousand.
Yeah.
And then
and you need to go with an organization. You can't really do it on your own.
Well, recently they changed it, right? Like recently they changed it and they changed it back. Like it's been confusing. I'm not sure, but before you used to go through an organization and they would get the Hajj, I guess, visas and stuff.
Yeah.
But then I think last year they tried to do it by themselves. So you have to register online.
Okay.
And I think this year was a mix of both, something like that. Yeah. But you still have to. Now you go online and you apply for it, and then you have to wait for acceptance.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a bit different now. It's a bit more difficult than before, and it's a big investment. But I mean, if you have the money and you're physically able, then the Muslim, it's an obligation for them to do it, right? So, and it's a more difficult. I mean, it's much more difficult to do physically and mentally.
Yes, 5 days can be quite the strain on the body. But I feel it's something that would be also so rewarding once completed.
Oh yeah, it's life-changing. Yeah. It's a life-changing experience.
100%. Have you had the opportunity to perform Hajj?
That's a long story.
Yeah.
I was so close to do it there a couple of times, and when I was able to do it, actually, COVID hit.
No.
Yeah. So when I wasn't able to do it before, but when I saved up some money and I was ready to do it, COVID hit actually, and you'd have to apply. If you remember the year of COVID, they only allowed a few people from the locals.
Oh,
so I wasn't. I wasn't picked, and then the year after that, prices tripled actually.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was like, from there it was like maybe 7,000 a person. 7,000 Canadian dollars.
Yeah.
Which is like almost triple or more than the price. So I wasn't able to go that year either.
Oh my.
Yeah. So
he was outside when you came. Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah. So it changed a lot.
Talking about bad timing and stuff.
I mean, alhamdulillah, like that's what Allah wrote.
Yeah.
There's khair in it.
there's not much you can really say or do, you know.
Yeah, the important thing is that you intend to do it.
Yeah, intentions do play a high priority, high role. Um, you actually got the opportunity to speak during the One Ummah conference last year, I believe.
Yeah, this year's conference, alhamdulillah, was
Or was this year? How was that?
alhamdulillah, was excellent, great. Alhamdulillah, it was an excellent event, and
Yeah. And for those that don't know, One Ummah is a huge conference Calgary holds. Is it held in other cities?
no, just here.
Just in Calgary, where we get speakers from all around the world to come and speak and to help educate us, and from our youth all the way to the adults, everyone's welcome. It's something I've volunteered in the past when I was younger. To see that it's still going strong is very heartwarming.
How long ago was that? When you volunteered?
I think I volunteered
10 or 11?
No, I volunteered in 2010. Yes, 2010.
Oh yes.
Right out of high school.
Yes, yes.
It was nice. It was fun. You know, we back then we had One Ummah. We had Al Maghrib Institute, which holds seminars and conferences. That one, I believe, it's all over the country.
Yeah,
Al
that's
Maghrib?
all over the world. Actually.
Yeah,
it's a global.
it's a global thing because I do know when I was studying out in Ottawa, I did see something regarding Al Maghrib.
Yeah, they're in most countries. Yeah.
And we did Camp Abu Bakr.
Yes.
I'm correct. Is that still happening?
Not specifically, but we're still having camps. Like Sheikh Ali does camps with the youth. Like
Yeah.
we just had one recently, and they're very successful. A similar camp. Yani.
That's always good.
Same
That's always
idea, yeah. Spend time with the youth and
being, you know, so involved in the communities and helping parents and whatnot. What are some challenges you think parents are facing with their youths nowadays compared to when you and I were growing up?
Well, I think similar issues. Maybe more. Maybe more challenging with social media. I guess social media is much more widespread now.
Yes.
You know, there's different agendas now, and a lot of liberal ideas being pushed, and so even now in schools, as you can see in the recent months.
Yeah.
And so for parents, if you don't start early, you know, it can get very tough.
It could be.
Yeah, and if you just leave it for for the school system and and the rest of the society to educate your children, then you're going to be
In trouble.
You're going to be in trouble. Yeah, you're
For
gonna
sure. And you know, personally, me with my history, my background, and whatnot, I think one of the big things youths actually are facing is drugs. It's a battle that we're not really able to as Arabs. I'm speaking now. We're not able to really understand or comprehend how we should tackle this. You know, and the reason why I say this, I think it comes down to ego and pride. Parents are they're too worried about what is my neighbor gonna say, what is my cousin's gonna say, what are my siblings gonna say, instead of
shame, yani.
Shame. They're worried about the shame aspect of it compared to, okay, I have an opportunity to save my son You know what I mean? Or my daughter even. Astaghfirullah, it's even gotten to our daughters. You know what I mean? And I feel like parents, Arab parents more specifically, aren't taking the right necessary steps. You know,
So you think like they avoid it, or they're in denial, or they don't like to go seek help, or
they don't like to go seek help. They think that maybe picking the children up and taking them back home for a couple of years may resolve the issue. Or in some cases it does. I'm not saying it doesn't. In some cases it does. But in majority of the cases it really doesn't. Because when this individual is back here in the city, you know, they just kind of relapse and go back to their old ways. And I've seen this. I've seen this with members in our community, with members of my village. You know what I mean? Of my town. And I think we as a community need to better resource ourselves and find better solutions for this. You know, like if you look in the Muslim community, we don't really have an AA discussion group. I think that would help a lot. I think that would be huge. You know, but we just got to figure out a way to do it where you know, no one's really shaming one another for attending these. Because I'd rather you know, we drop the shaming than drop our children into their graves, right?
So if someone is dealing with these issues as a young person, what's their options? Like
currently right now, you can attend NNA. You can attend like you could attend programs.
These are like the 12-step programs, like the
yeah. So NNA would be a 12-step program. Yeah. You could attend.
And these are non-Muslim you talk about, like non-Muslim.
I'm talking about the non-Muslims one.
But is there any Muslim?
Not that I'm aware of, to be quite honest, right? And I've spoken to community members regarding this before, and they said, "Hey, 100%, I'm down." But when you pick up the phone and you make the phone calls, they don't really pick up, and they don't really take the steps needed to achieve this. You know what I mean? And the reason why I'm bringing up NNA and AA is because I'm not ashamed to say this, but I have attended them. I wasn't really battling any addictions, but I needed that program to kind of help secure my freedom in a way. You know what I mean? Like I've said, my past, it's not the cleanest, but alhamdulillah, I've been able to clean up my act and kind of put myself in a position where, you know, I'm a business owner, I'm a family man, I'm a home owner. So I've really taken the steps, and I can admit NAA has definitely helped that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think those people going through these challenges need somewhere that they can go for help, share their experience, get some advice, and somewhere that they would feel like supported.
100%. And there's no shame in it, brother. The minute you feel shame that you're reaching out to these organizations is when, you know, you're doing wrong. You shouldn't feel shame. It should be the right thing to do. And you know, fathers, man, they tend to, you know, get mad at the child and become aggressive when they find out the children are making these mistakes. That's not the way to go about it, you know.
What age do you think, like, I guess young Muslims, young Arabs are exposed to these things?
I'd say at the age of 14. I say
14, so that's 14. Like grade 8.
Grade 8. You know what I mean? Grade 8. I've seen a lot of young men, you know, their lives drastically change with the introduction of marijuana, with the introduction of the group of friends that you start selling drugs. You know what I mean? And I think, you know, it should actually all start younger than that. When the parents are giving their kids iPads to distract them, I think that's when it's really starting. You know, and that's wrong. And I'm not just talking about the drug part. I'm just talking about everything. You know what I mean? The second parents, you know. Now, obviously, a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old mother might feel like she is overwhelmed with her child, and she just gives him the iPad to shut him up. Well, you know, instead of giving him an iPad, you could have just given him a book. You could have given them some blocks. You know, if you look online nowadays, there's a lot of videos where parents are finding creative ways to to distract their children. You know what I mean? Are you doing your beard by any chance, brother? Are you doing your beard or are you leaving your beard?
No, leave it.
Leave the beard. I seen you put a facial scrub. Do you want a facial scrub?
Yeah, sure.
You want? It's up to you.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. You know, that's where I think the problem kind of starts. It's when parents don't understand that there's these resources available to them and that can help them put their kids in programs or you know, because I'm pretty positive, you know, if a member of our community were to reach out to me, for example, like, hey, I heard you go to Muay Thai. Where is this? What options do we have to get our kids in there? You know, my experience is that the Canadian government does actually help these low-income families get their children into programs like this. And there's no shame in that.
Yeah. No, it's true. And so what would you say are some preventative steps, I guess, for parents?
So definitely to be more aware of who the friends are. That's number one. That plays a huge role in the path your child takes. If their friends are involved in drugs or causing troubles or getting into fights, that definitely plays a huge role. If they if you know your child is more involved in after school activities, that can definitely help lead your child on a better path, right? Now obviously not every single after school activity is good for your child. There's some that aren't, you know, it just really depends on who your child walks with. You know, show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are.
Yeah,
that's a saying that's been said quite a bit, and it's very, very true. You know, it's
what can the parent do to, I guess, help with that? Like, what are you supposed to do as a parent? Wait till they have bad friends and then tell them?
No.
Don't,
always
get away from them.
Always encourage your kid. So at a very young age, you need to help your child understand right from wrong. When your child is able to distinguish those two, then you have your child understand who is good for them and who's beneficial for them. You know what I mean? I'm my best friend. If I don't know where I would be without him, honestly. He's been the greatest influence on my life. He's helped impact my life in ways that my own cousins have not been able to impact it, right?
And where did you meet your best friend?
I met my best friend in grade 8 at Al Medina Charter Academy. Him and I, you know, we've been together ever since, and it's truly a blessing that he's been part of my life.
Yeah. So I think parents can play a role in probably
A parent can
trying to put their child in an environment where they can find good friends, maybe.
Yeah, 100%. So like, I would definitely recommend, you know, putting their child in, for example, a Muay Thai gym. That's where I go train right now.
Yeah.
And I see, you know, some students there who have been doing this from a very young age, and they're very disciplined, very religious, very down to earth, and very, you know, they come from a very good family. And then I look and I see, you know, my cousins, for example, and myself. We never got that growing up. So, you know, there isn't much difference between, you know, this family and us, but it's just like the upbringing is completely different and has you know, shaped the way these kids live their life.
Yeah, and you learn a lot of good habits there, I think.
What's that?
You learn some good habits when you go to, you know, like sports and
Of course you
other
do.
extracurricular activities.
You learn discipline. You discover yourself and discover what is right for you. You know what I mean? You know, these kids would rather attend Muay Thai 7 days a week, throw 1,000 leg kicks, feel sore, you know what I mean, than take an hour off a day to go hang out with their friends and do drugs. You know what I mean? They know that this can be a possible opening up the future for them and opening up some doors.
So basically, and as a parent, you should try to keep your kid busy with productive
Stuff, yes.
and that's not easy for a parent. Why?
It's not. Because of the time and
money,
100%.
driving around.
But that's the thing, right? So that when it comes to the time and money, you can talk to, you can go to, I don't know if the local mosque, for example, offers something like that, or you can talk to, to local businesses to see if they'd be willing to sponsor the youth and the youth being in these types of activities, because there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? The government does offer assistance to parents that that struggle in these times, right? Because there's not getting assistance. There's nothing wrong with it. Parents that apply for EI can easily apply for reliefs for children's activities, right?
Yeah. There's lots of programs.
There's a lot of programs, and I'm pretty sure the ISC in Calgary has after-school activities for children.
Yeah, and like the youth center, they have.
You know what I mean? And then we as a community, if we own an established business and that's doing well, we should be able to donate, a set amount of money a month to help keep these youths, right?
Well, that's right.
Like myself, speaking personally, I do try my best, right? So when I have the fighters come in to get a haircut from me, I do my job by just giving them a haircut for free, because I know they're on the right path and they're doing well for themselves and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, that's great.
And then I'll sponsor a fighter here and there. And then right now we're doing actually a giveaway for back to school, where we're giving away 4 backpacks full of school supplies, and we're giving away a MacBook for university students.
Oh, nice.
I was speaking to a single mother last night, and I actually told her a single mother kind of inspired this giveaway. Because last year, a single mother was on her way home from work, and she ended up, getting into a car accident due to a bad road rage incident between 2 other drivers. Like, she wasn't even involved, and she lost her life. And she actually lost her husband a couple weeks earlier. So she left behind 4 kids and 1 18-year-old. So this giveaway is actually, me, honoring single moms that work hard every single day, and and just to give back.
Well, that's an excellent idea. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will increase in your business and bless your business.
Inshallah, yeah. So this is an oatmeal scrub. This here will take all the oils from your skin, remove some of the heads.
Abi yalnız şimdi. Yalnız bırakma. Dikkat. Aile Türkiye'de.
I'm gonna set you up now.
Yapar bir şey.
There you go.
That felt good.
Feels good, eh?
Yeah.
And would you like a straight razor shave on the back of the neck?
Yes, please.
And do you like any product in your hair?
No, that's fine.
So before we wrap up, is there any special message you would share with our viewers? Anything you would like to give back in a way?
No, just stay involved with your community. Be active, and it's fulfilling. And whenever you need support and help, you'll find it. So it's always best to be involved with your community, and yeah.
That's wicked, man. Who do you still see from when we were growing up? Besides your brothers, of course.
Well, most of the IC crew, the people from the masjid.
You still see Ahmed Harb?
Well, he's in Dubai actually. Oh, he's in UAE now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He just traveled last year.
For work?
Yeah.
MashaAllah.
Yeah, I saw Muhammad Hassan the other day. He comes usually to the northeast.
I could always run into Muhammad Hassan a Marvel movie.
Oh, okay.
That's always 95% of the time guaranteed.
That's good. Some of the old guys are still there, like Muhammad Sharif and all those guys, and
MashaAllah.
still involved. Of course, everybody's busy now with family and kids, and time flies.
It's really good, alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
All right. Turn you around, show you this haircut. Do you need your glasses? I know you're getting old, but
I do need them.
you do?
Yes. I'm nearsighted.
Huh?
Well, I'm nearsighted, so I
Are you
can't
actually?
see and that's what happens. Yeah, it's good.
How's that? It's a good length on the top.
Yeah. How long do you think the top is?
It's finger length. It's finger length. I could take it a bit shorter if you like, but it would be with the machine. It's finger length.
Could you do just a tiny bit?
Tiny bit shorter?
Yeah.
Of course. Okay, well, I do that. I'm actually going to end the podcast. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank
sure.
you guys.